Good evening, everyone. We are here, and I have linked my best-selling book. Oops, I bring nothing to the table at the very top, so you guys can order it if you have not ordered it, or gift it to someone. Somebody can send it anonymously to random women that need it, or you can put it on your wish list. You can get it on Amazon. Also, it should lead you, if you click on that, to my other book, SheRaSeven, The Wisdom of SheRaSeven. Definitely get those books, gift those books, and give them to those in need. Yes. So we're here to talk about don't listen to men who can't afford to date you. I think this is the number one problem with women this day and age. Listening to the opinions and taking those opinions to heart of those men that can't even afford to date you. There are women here who are literally sad, angry, putting all their energy out and typing comments under dusties and all this kind of stuff. And these dudes can't even afford to date you. And so this is why I'm saying, stop listening to men who can't afford to date you. That includes men who cannot afford to date. When I say date, I mean take you to the type of places you like to go. Go and pay for everything that you like to do. And when I say date, seriously date, in a relationship, I'm not talking about just going out to a restaurant. I'm talking about a serious relationship. If they can't afford to please you in a serious relationship, whatever is coming out of their mouth should sound just like the grown-ups on Charlie Brown. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Because it doesn't mean anything if they don't have the money to support you, to provide for you, to take you to the nice places that you take yourself or that you've been before or that you want to go to. If they can't afford to take you wherever you want or gift you what you like, on the holidays at least, and da 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 da, then who wants those type of guys telling you any type of thing about yourself, your standards, and what you should expect and what you can't have and how delusional you are? You know what? The only thing delusional about taking advice from a man that can't afford to date you is taking advice from men who can't afford to date you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, you shine. Shiner. Uh-oh, go ahead, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you see me one day, you're going to definitely bow down. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You ain't got to do all of that, girl. You ain't got to do all of that. Okay. And for those of you guys who can't sprinkle, sprinkle me, I'm put my cash app down there. Here you go. All right. So, yes, we can't. You said stop listening to. We don't listen to the voice of unreason. If you can't do what we need you to do, then that is not. That's those business calls or when people come into a business and they ask a bunch of questions and stuff like that and they give you suggestions but they can't afford to buy anything in your shop or they can't afford to buy anything in that store, but they got complaints and that's it. But since customer service is big on online these days, a lot of people have to sit there and listen, especially in store. If you have a physical location, you got to sit there and deal with certain people that can't even afford to shop there and deal with a BS because of common courtesy. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that with men who can't afford to date you because that is personal, right? If someone is going to cross boundaries and tell you you're delusional, you can't have this, you can't have that, then if they can't afford to date you on a serious level and provide for you, then whatever came out their mouth can go right back in like it never came out. Okay. So this man said to spoil him. Okay, tell him to reincarnate through your womb then. Come back as your son. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That would be my answer to that question, to that statement. That's the only way you gonna get spoiled over here, darling. You go back, you die, reincarnate, come back as my son. Do a talk. And you gotta be good and still listen to me and do what I say in order to get spoiled. So, as a son. Um, they don't want you to date, they don't want to date you, they want to be you. Well, they got RuPaul's Drag Race out there. They could be whoever they want to be these days, and I don't see why they want to be me. They could be them in drag. There's enough wigs to go around. Wildwigs.com, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all can use my discount code in the comments. I sell Level Up Cosmetics. Y'all can get that too. Y'all might need to buy some foundation or something extra, from the beauty supply and cake it on, cover up that 5 o'clock shadow. But at the same time, you can still do it. So, and once you get all that drag, them wigs, that makeup, the clothes, you're gonna see why women are like, I need him to pay something. I need him to pay for stuff. You're gonna see because it's expensive. You gotta get matching heels, outfit together, jewelry, accessories, makeup, hair, nails. You're gonna be broke trying to be us. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can't even afford to be yourself. I mean, be us, let alone date us. So you can't even afford to be us, let alone date us. So that's why you don't listen to those type of men. The only type of man you need to listen to is the one that's asking you how many bills you need me to pay, or when does them bills due. That's what you need to be listening to. How can I help you? What can I get you? Anything else is a waste of time. You what? What? That's nice. How can I help you? What do you need? When are those bills due? Do you need any money? Um, if you have money, then do you want something from let's go shopping? Would you like a gift? Um, where do you want to go on vacation? Um, is there anything you need? Would you like to go to dinner? Would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? Okay. Uh-huh. Hungry, gas money, but you a truck. Who's a truck? Somebody needs some gas money. Who needs some gas money? If you even talking about gas money, you on the wrong channel unless it's a joke. If you at the pump making life decisions, either you need a sugar daddy or you on the wrong channel. Okay. Yeah, buy some gas. Give the gas card. Just go ahead and give her a gas card. How about that? Okay, okay. The truth, you need to be preparing for that Amazon shift. Stay out of women's business. What? Well, honestly, um, I think it's more like honestly, I think men feel some sort of way sometimes about a woman because they either want to date them, can't afford to date them, or whoever they want to date has higher standards now, or will expect more in the future from them. And a lot of these guys are used to, pygmisha, who will not require much. And so when you get out of a relationship with pygmisha, or if you cheat on pygmisha and you're trying to cheat on her or move on from her to another relationship, you may get a rude awakening because things are changing. And sometimes, you're not going to find someone like that ever again. And a lot of these older guys and or middle-aged guys are finding that out, and they're thinking, well, there got to be somebody out there that, like, wants to do this and do that. Like, no, there's not unless they want to look foolish. And if they do, they're not going to tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell people. They're going to be ashamed to mention that they have to do this or do that, because you know why? Because it's not the way that people, especially women, want to date anymore. So, a lot of women do not want to be 50-50. They're not going to brag about that kind of crap anymore. Women are going to stop bragging about being independent and unless it's to promote whatever business they have or whatever. But I don't think they're going to be using the word independent anymore. They're going to be using something else. But at the same time, that's not for your benefit. That's a woman that doesn't have the support and the provision of a man that had to get there. Just because she got there on her own don't mean she want to stay there with a grown man. Okay, so y'all gotta remember that it's not about what you have and what you can get as a woman. It's about how you feel with a man. Do you feel provided for? Do you feel protected? Do you feel like this person cares for you and will give to you? You think they're going to make a good, whatever it is that you want them to be in your life? And that requires, show me what you can do for me as a woman, in case I can't do for myself anymore. I'm going to need you to do this, even though I can do it for myself. Let's see what you can do for me. You know? So a lot of men don't understand this because they're in their feminine mindset a lot of times because they're too busy trying to be us. And they forgot to be them. They forgot that they're the provider. They forgot that they're supposed to make women feel safe, their family feel safe. They forgot that they're supposed to bring home the paycheck. They forgot all of that. They forgot. Instead of trying to compete with women and become women, which is sad, that they forgot they're masculine. I'm not talking about trans or gay or whatever. I'm talking about men who, consider themselves straight trying to date in this world. I'm trying to say, if you forgot your, what you were supposed to be doing, then that's why there's channels like this to tell you and remind you, go back to the drawing board. Okay? Because just because people get up and say stuff, don't mean people gonna listen, and especially if you can't afford to date them. Mm. Why do men have that mindset they want to be spoiled? Because they want to be spoiled like a woman. There's spas that you can pay to spoil you. There are sugar daddies that they can go get themselves if they want to be spoiled, or old sugar mamas, baby. I don't know. They got sugar mamas out there that will spoil them. If y'all around the same age, it's not gonna be like that. They got old ladies out there that got some cash for them youngsters. Oh, sprinkle sprinkle. Uh, Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. You had great first date with a man who's verified wealthy real estate and calling second date. Want to get intimate. How should I ask for allowance? He want me to move in his three. Girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. Red flag. Do they move that quick with their business decisions? He's certified wealthy. Do he move that quick on business, baby? I don't know about that. Let me see some money in my bank account before I can answer any of them questions. That's what I would tell him. You want me to do what? When? Where? Well, let me see something in my account before I can decide. Okay. Okay. You said this whole chat is filled with prostitution. Your mama ain't in here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, she got old school. Okay, okay. She not online. She on Boulevard. Don't come in here with that. Y'all know half y'all in here talking about prostitutes. Y'all mama done did a few things before your time or after you might not even know about. So y'all be quiet. Y'all can't judge nobody. It's not prostitution if they giving it. If a man want to be seen in public with a beautiful lady, he's gonna have to come out of pocket because she ain't finna go nowhere ratchet. Okay. You said 40 plus singles. The name says it all. Yeah. 40 plus singles. Anyway. Oh Lord, you need that laugh. The audacity of some of these dusties in here. You're that is messed up. Uh-huh. You donated twice. He sprinkle. Oh, thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle, y'all. So yeah, we don't listen to that. Like y'all's comments are comical to women who know what it takes to be with them. Like if you don't even got what it takes, don't even step up to the plate. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, sure you haven't donated in a while. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, why you be sending like little bits? Why don't you send a big old chunk, Percy? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, mm, the dusty manipulation tactics don't work. They stop working when they stopped working a long time ago. I think the true delusional people are the dusties who still think those tactics work. They be trying though. You got asked by a friend how you are so unapologetic when it comes to men. I sent them my YouTube channel. Oh, you helped my mindset. Good. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Send them that channel link because some people really need to hear that. Um, you said thank you for the $5 donation, brother Percy. Next time make it 10, but I know you barely had that. No, Percy's fine. He liked to say stuff throughout the session. It adds up in the end. Yes, it adds up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just playing with him. Um, what job should we take while we find sugar daddies? I don't like for me. If you ain't got a job, you faster to get some money, baby. That's all. I mean, you can lie and say you don't have a job, but like I don't know, like where you can meet them at, most likely. But and I would just make sure that it's a place that they're not ashamed to pick up women in, especially the ones that work there. I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you. From a receptionist, a temp agency. You will be in a different office building every other week, every other month, meeting new people. Okay. I'm trying to read some of these comments. Um, you're a beginner. Lash tech. Okay. Wonderful. So, like, that's why a lot of the ladies that come in here who are unsure and asking questions about things that a lot of these men put out here to make you feel insecure about yourself. They keep asking, like, what about this? What about that? Can these, whoever you got this from, could they even afford to take you on the date that you want to go on? That's number one. Number two, if you were to get in a serious relationship with them, could they afford to pay your bills and their bills? If not, stop listening. Okay. If this comes from somebody who can, and they tell you, not that they not remember when it means, when I say they can, that means they will, you know, or they have no problems or issues doing it, or that they will definitely offer without you having to ask. You know what I'm saying? Not those type that are gonna hold it over your head like this and be like, "I paid your bills. You need to be, what they call it? What them dusties call it? Um, obedient. Da 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 da." Not those kind. The kind that do it because it's normal to them and not a big deal. Those are the kind. And those type of men are the ones that the dusties are actually upset at because they make their lives too hard. So see it submissive, obedient, submissive. Yeah. Why would a man who is chasing you for months, you haven't given him a chance, and he starts putting you down while still chasing? Because yeah, you ain't giving him no chance. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Like maybe they don't feel like maybe they don't like you. I don't know. Why do they want submission so bad? Because nobody else will submit to them. Think about it. As a woman, we get submission everywhere. People will submit to us. As a man, it's very hard to find submission unless you a boss. That's probably why even these kids don't be listening to these dudes most of the time. He's like, I'm gonna tell my mama. So that's probably why they want to see what it feel like. You would know if he was a boss. All right. You wouldn't need most men who are in charge of a lot of stuff. They don't need to feel. They don't need you to be submissive. They already know what submissive feel like. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. Anything else, sir? Got it, sir. They have no power. Okay, so we really know y'all need to be submissive. Y'all need to check your attitude. You need rattling off stuff like they somebody boss and not even putting out no paychecks, no direct deposits, no allowances going nowhere, but just rattling off commands. Nope, nope, and nope. Um, they don't own anything. That's why they want to squeeze submission out of you. Exactly. No benefits. So honestly, like, um, and see, it's the feminine principle that they're adopting in order to try to date up, but it's backfiring because you can't attract feminine women if you are in your feminine as a man. It doesn't work that way. All they're going to see is somebody begging for you to submit to them because nobody else will. All they're going to see is someone who thinks of themselves just like a woman. And all they're going to see is someone who has a list of demands or requirements, yet can't even afford to meet them. The requirements of a woman that they deem someone they would actually date. So that's all I'm saying. Or even someone that they wouldn't date. They probably couldn't even afford to date someone they wouldn't even date because the standards of women are are high. I mean, women are expensive. We need more, and a lot of women have learned to value themselves more and are not going to listen or deal with certain people that don't see their value. It's just not going to work. Okay. Mhm. A male bird can build a better nest than these. Okay. Hey, James. I lie. So, very. Okay, let me read some of these questions. Um, what they're looking for is someone they can use and abuse. You see thin men as gay best friend. Okay. Shira, you smart. Boys trip. No notice. No contact. Okay, act single. Because no one else will. Okay. Yeah, I see that. What they're looking for. Okay. Boys trip. No notice. No contact. Act okay, single girl. First of all, if a grown man says boys trip, make sure to tell him pack his thong. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Sorry. That's all I hear. Yeah, I hear boys trip, I see thong. Thong, 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 thong. Okay. Yeah, make sure you pack your thong. Bye. All right. So now, like, he should just disappear and not even say where he is. If you're gonna use the vocabulary boys trip or I'm with my boys or we out, da, 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 you know, no. All right. Would you allow him to go to a strip club just for one night for a business meeting? Um, a strip club for a business meeting? Sure, because I'm gonna be in the strip club too. Okay. Next to the VIP section where the professional uh basketball and football players are sitting. Girl, that's where you can pick them up at. Go find a girl. Sparkle, sparkle. Mm-hmm. So, you get in there too for some business. Not that kind of business. Get some they might ask you for your number. What you doing here? Oh, it's a bachelorette party. Oh, you kind of cute. Let me get your number. No, not working there, but as a constituent. Okay. As a customer, darling. Okay. You told a man you turned into your sugar daddy that you pay him back the girl. Why would you tell anybody you was going? That's not a sugar daddy. If you gonna pay him back, that's a loan. Goodness gracious, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to come back and watch this channel before y'all go out ever anywhere again. You don't tell any man you gonna ever pay them back. Ever, 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 ever. You better pay them back with kisses. That's it. Why do y'all do it? That's you see, to me, if you a woman, be a woman. Tell that man, I need some money. I might not ever be able to pay you back. Probably never. And guess what? They gonna give it to you. And you never have to pay. And if you're gonna ask somebody for some money and then say I'm gonna pay you back, that means you didn't ask them. Mm-mm. You took out a loan. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Your provider would be offended if you told him you pay him back. I'm gonna pay you back in hellos, texts, sprinkles, whatever. The only reason I would ever pay somebody back is say, I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna give you your money back. If that was the bad money, like I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You can take this money. I don't know what you into. I don't want to be no part of it. Take this money by. I got other people I can get money from, or I can get money myself. But if it's not nothing like that, keep that money, girl. Do you think that the guys are jealous that Russell Wilson takes care of Sierra? I think that they're upset that that is an example of what a lot of ladies want, and that they probably don't want to live up to because they feel like it's too hard, and they would rather be dusties and flawed than to live in that way. I guess I don't know, but at the same time, they secretly could admire that person for being the type of man he is, and but also resenting him. Okay, why why are they so hard to find? Because you have to create them. All right. You gotta set that up. You gotta set that up from the beginning. You gotta have your standards. So and the money stay increasing. Of course it does. Hmm. How to deal with loneliness. You've been celibate for a year. I don't know. Go find someone. I mean, I don't know. Girl, go find someone. Maybe they'll find you. They can't live up to that example. They sure can't. Sure. Do you think our lives are predetermined or that we have no control? I think every decision you make is your choice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That's how you do that. They thought Sierra was something to play with. She showed them. Okay. Um, just make sure you just keep your standards and everything should work out. That's it. Keep your standards, everything will work out. Eventually, you're gonna find somebody that meet them standards. You might find a few that don't first, but if you keep them standards or you create some standards and you don't stray from them, eventually, if somebody ever wants to step to you, they will meet them. Period. It's like a wall, a wall of standards. You can't cross unless you meet them. I let some people cross before. This is what those ladies say who have allowed people to cross without living up to them standards. And I don't think I want to let anybody cross again. So if y'all want to get up um, over this wall, then guess what? Standards. That's all you gotta say. And if they do, then they'll meet them if they think it's worth it. Um, what do you do if the conversation is like pulling nails? Then start pulling at your nails. It's a metaphor. Do you think that the guys are jealous that Russell Wilson take care of their? I think they know he got money and that's just normal. I think they just mad at themselves for being broke, basically. What does the level up group do? It's just a bunch of women that are like minded, helping each other. All right. A lot of these dusties, non-providers are just bitter. Other men are easier to be around and get provided for. Okay. You read somewhere that more women are proposing to men. Is this a reason to be concerned? Probably because the man is the feminine one in the relationship. And it might have always seemed natural to that relationship. I don't know. Honestly, if they may not have had to if that man was in his masculine. But honestly, I'm not getting ready. Nah, nah. I would rather wait forever, forever. Where- I said I would rather wait forever. Anything a Dusty says about this, the real truth about him. How do you deal with obsessed and possessive men, especially if they have money and power? Be everything that they don't want. That's how you deal with it. Should you mention paying your bills on the fourth date? What have they mentioned? Have they mentioned anything? Have they mentioned sex? Have they mentioned you doing something that you don't, do unless you're in a committed relationship? What have they mentioned? Have they asked you what you're looking for, what your standards are, what your definition of a good relationship is? Those are your times to tell them in a roundabout way. What is your definition of a good relationship? A man who can provide and protect me and make sure that I want for nothing, baby. Who can make me feel like a natural woman. Who can make me feel like I don't have to worry anymore. That's my ideal. Okay. Sheila, what age should you date? You're 25, don't want kids. Um, any age, girl. You don't want no kids. It don't even matter. They whatever age you want. You trying to get some money, they older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Never ask outright for their okay. How to talk to your older sugar daddy with hold on, let me see. About putting your name on his will. He has no kids, wife or kids. Find a movie where an old man died and don't leave his girlfriend anything in his will. And go find a movie about that. And y'all watch it together and then say, "Oh my gosh, that is so sad." And maybe he'll start thinking, "What if that happens to us?" Okay, they call them simps because they're insecure, broke, and can't afford to support a woman. Yeah, of course. You recently met a man who makes 400,000, wants to marry you, and told you to take care of all the bills and I can stay home. He said he's 48, but look much older. This is all too new to me. You 30. Okay, so flip that around. He might be 84, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So he's 48. He's probably 58 and going through that midlife crisis. Make sure he ain't married. Make sure y'all live in the same country, in the same city. Make sure it's real and legit. Get your money first. Okay. Tell him he can start by paying your bills now. Y'all will talk about that later. You gotta see if you like him first. Here. Make sure you get on direct deposit. Okay. Tell him to prove it. I don't know if I trust you, but you can start earning my trust. You can pay my bills, I guess. Go my direct deposit. Why are those older men at the end of their Viagra looking for 20 years old? Girl, midlife crisis. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Future men who flex the most are the brokest. Okay. Anyone rushing you is scary. I know, that's right. It's too crazy. You met a man who lied about his age. He said he was 39, but when you met, you questioned, and it turned out he was 44. Should you go on a second date? He's rich, real girl. They all lie about their age. Just get their money. The older, usually the older, the more money they can get. They're going through their. They want to look young. They want to seem young, so you don't take them as a sugar daddy. You know how old he is. Just get his money. Okay. Why they lie about their age so badly though? Because they want to be young. That's why they dating young women. Duh. And plus, it seems like they're more successful if they're younger than older. Okay, you getting a 44-year-old paycheck at 38? That's good. How to get him to move you into the new condo? Show up to this door with your suitcase in the rain like I did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Be bold with it. Um, I was bold in my life. I took a bunch of chances. I did not care. I was just gonna do what I wanted to do. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, I didn't lose nothing. And guess what? Oh, if it didn't, I find somebody else what it will work for. Okay, I did not care. Like it's gonna work one day. Um, how do you ask? You don't ask. You just show up, baby. You just tell. If you want, uh, if you want info on how to ask, watch the last video I did. Okay. You said you showed up at his door with a suitcase. Uh, when a man starts rushing you for relationship and love bombing, he's being extra charming. He's trying to sleep with you quick. Duh. That's why you get on that direct deposit and be like, I need some. You ain't getting nothing until you done paid these bills up for at least a couple months. Why do so many of us have so many men issues? Because y'all make it an issue. I don't see no issues. You getting your bills paid? You living a life you like? You got whatever you want? Then life is good, baby. Some women actually fall for that love bombing stuff. I know, right? Love bomb means give me some money. Words is cheap. Put some money on it. Love bomb me with some cash. If I still live at my parents' house, how do I get him to give you a house instead of an apartment? Um, find a. I don't know, girl. Like, tell him you want a house. I mean, say what you want. You might scare him away. Why don't you start off with an apartment, then get to a house? Come on now, or rent a house, rent to own, or whatever. Honestly, like I live with my parents, but I'm trying to get this man to buy me a house. Then you're gonna have to come up with some clever lies. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Watch my video from yesterday. It's better for that type of question. You don't trust love bombing? No one does. I don't think I could trick a man. I don't want him to lean in for a kiss either. Turn your cheek. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you take it personal if a man does want to make me his girlfriend after dating for a year? I've been sad about girl. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Starts. You don't want to make me your girlfriend after a year of dating? Then y'all ain't even dating. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all already dated, broke up, and got back together a couple times. Maybe y'all just broke up right now because I don't know. You date a year? You was already his girlfriend a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Anyway, as a woman, you make the rules. Either they're on board or they have to go next. Okay. Uh, when I started listening to you, your life changed. Oh, wonderful. A year, you got a ring without having to be married and kept it once I left. Okay, how you doing? Assumption become a fact later. Okay. How do I get him to take me to Paris instead of St. Lucia? Tell him to take you to Paris instead of wherever you going. Tell him you ain't going if you don't go where you want to go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I ain't going unless you taking me where I want to go. Shoot, any old sugar daddy online could get me a stamp of my passport. Where we going is where I want to go. Period. Okay. Stop. Okay, let's see. He's a man. Has a man helped a woman with bills after she said definitely no sex? Honestly, you can get a man to do whatever you want if it's the correct selection. Okay. If you're not picking right, then you ain't gonna have the luck that you need. Okay. Pick better. All right. Uh, why is the love making after we fight so spectacular? I don't know, child. You using too many crisp, descriptive words. You should be a writer. Write about it and tell us. Okay, there you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Men are very funny when you can literally get them to do whatever you like. Exactly. You're write a novel. Tell us. Okay, never tell them you are never going to have sex with them. Duh. Gotta keep their hopes high. Hmm. So, yeah, we don't listen to men that can't afford to date us, who can't afford to pay all of our bills plus they bills. If they can't do that, they can't talk. Okay, it's like you gotta even have a requirement to give us this advice. Okay, let's see. Before you take advice from someone, can they pay your bill? Can they pay your telephone bill and their bills? Can they afford to live in the neighborhood that you would like to live in or that you currently live in? Can they afford your whatever? Add it up. If the answer is no, then close your ear. Okay. You got house, Benz, all you okay. If they can't afford to pay that, they can't say nothing, they can't contribute nothing, they can't put nothing in the suggestion box. All they can do, uh, they can't they go, they can't put nothing in the suggestion box of the homeowners association. Okay. They can't even do that because they can't afford to live in that neighborhood. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Calm, calm, not attention. We can always get that. Protection and provision, maybe it's fair exchange, unlike 50-50. Exactly. How not to give your sugar daddy your address. He wants to send me gifts. Amazon wish list. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make a wish list, take your address off. They'll click on whatever they want to send you. And guess what? They'll never see your address. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I thought that was common sense. Make a wish list. Send them the link. Tell them to buy it on Amazon or you'll put it on your wish list. And da, da, da. P.O. box. True. Send it somewhere close by where you work. A friend's house, somewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tell him you are moving soon and get a P.O. box. That's right. You fear quarrels are really trusting these men. Well, they'll learn. They'll learn, and then they won't trust it. Okay. Is there any hope for ladies over 26? Because I don't think men checking for. No. Once you're 26, it's over, darling. All those women who are over 26 that you see out and about with men dating and stuff like that. That's just a figment of your imagination. It's an illusion. It never existed. Somebody lied to you. It's not real. So if you see it with your eyes, don't ever believe it. Okay? Because it's not real. They're not checking for anyone over 26. In fact, before they even decide to look at a woman, they ask them for their ID and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, are you over 26? Because I can't look at you." They're not checking for anybody over 26. That's the new law. And unfortunately, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to spill it out. All right. If he's telling you how to dress, should you obey if he has money? Only when you're with him, you can dress that way. But when you're with nobody else but you or whoever else you're with, dress how you want to dress. And also make comments on what he got on, too. Like, I don't like the color on you. It makes you look sick. Tell him how to dress, too. Then he's going to be like leaving you alone. if you, I don't know how you dress now. I don't know if it's an improvement or what. So I can't say who's right or wrong. It may simply be saving him embarrassment on his side. So, I don't know. You can make it at 26 at under 30. They still want girl. I hope y'all know that my being sarcastic is to show you how ridiculous that sounds. Hmm. How can you suggest a different wardrobe style for my man in a way that won't offend him? Compliment men that dress like the way you want him to dress. Tell him he would look good in that outfit. That's the best way. Now, or like if you don't see guys dressed like that, find a show where guys dress like you want him to dress. Tell him, oh my goodness, they will look good in that. You said don't change him. Like keep him looking crazy. I know. She gon' she gonna give him a makeover and he gonna make out with somebody else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all better keep them looking crazy. Um, hmm. You said Marilyn Monroe was 32 when she peaked. You're 38 and getting invited to wealthy men mansions. Wonderful. I know a lot of y'all is too stuck on this age. There are 24-year-olds who look older than me. Okay, it's not about the number; it's about how you look. There are young women who look way older than me. There are old women who look younger than me. Stop with the age. Stop asking the dumb questions. Stop with the age. Stop with the age. Do you look like somebody's grandma? And if you do, then you need to be talking to somebody's grandpa, okay? Or great grandpa if you're trying to get their money. All right. You're 39, the same. Your men are approaching me left and right and invitate. Of course they are. It's how you look. It don't matter your age. Unless you write your age right here on your face with a marker. Go out, look. It's my age right here. How how do they know how old you are? You got your birth certificate on your back? Come on now. It's how you take care of yourself and true. You feel y'all are counting. Yeah, because some dusty told y'all was old. Girl, his baby mama older than you. He calling you old, paying child support to somebody older than you. Don't be listening to these dusties and these men who can't even afford their own child support. Stop. Don't even pay attention to men who can't afford to keep the woman that they had. Don't stop, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. They can't do nothing for you but lie. Mm. I'll tell you one thing though. When with makeup you still could pass as an 18-year-old, okay. Hydration, yes, wash your face, hydrate, drink water, eat some vegetables, get some fresh air, stop dating dust and stop smoking weed. Okay. There you go. Y'all got them crusty weed lips and dark circles under your eye from inhaling too hard and choking and eyeballs bulging and stuff. That's gonna age you quick, baby. Take a break. Take a break, baby. Okay. You said lips looking like ashtray. Your thing is you want marriage, not just sugar daddy. Then be what he gonna marry. Be the type of woman he wanna marry then. And don't and have standards and say I'm not doing this until I get married. Make sure that he wants you so bad. You gotta find the right one that will wait for marriage. Can't be picky when you want all of that stuff. You gotta be like, I'm looking for someone that wants marriage and not just be my sugar daddy. And that turns into it. It goes in phases. If you're in a culture where you got to hurry up and get married, then date within your culture. You know what I'm saying? If you are just looking for marriage, um, you got to first. You got to meet somebody, then you got to date them, then you got to become their boyfriend. I mean, then you got to become their boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. Then you have to get proposed to. Then you have to be engaged. Then you have to marry. It goes in phases. They're gonna think something wrong with you if you're trying to hurry up and get married, and that's not culturally normal. If that's culturally normal, then it should be easy for you. You know, you gotta take it slow, because otherwise they're gonna be scared off. Don't ever say you're trying to get married. Just say you're trying to have fun, and that fun gonna turn into standards, and those standards gonna turn into conditions, and them conditions gonna turn into terms and conditions of the contract of marriage, and then you're gonna be married. Okay. That's how you do it. You don't go in straight, I want to be married. Oh, red flag, and they run. Okay. What if he wants the goodies, but I want to stay celibate until marriage and I'm making a mistake? Um, if he wants you bad enough, he'll hurry up and marry you. If not, then he'll if he really wants some goodies, he'll get them from somebody else and still date you. Okay. There you go. And when men moves on to the submissive pick me, buy him wedding gift as his friend. Yes, buy pick me her wedding gift, some laundry detergent, some house slippers, throw a bonnet up in there, a dust mop, and a bridal bonnet. Mm-hmm. Throw some knee pads up in there. Mm-hmm. Make sure you get her a lanyard for her work badge. She knows she's gonna be going to work. All right. Um, Put a lanyard in there with a clear little slip thing for her work badge, girl. You know she's gonna need. Um, mhm. Put a put a gift card in there from the Dollar Tree, and you good to go. Best wishes, baby. You said, and your goodies are unlike every other woman. That's right, because you don't know. That's why it's unlike every other woman. Because you won't, because they will never know until they know. Why do you think men chase so much? They chase women because they want to know. Or if they don't know, that's the one that drives them crazy. Okay, y'all, you would think by now y'all would have figured that out. Did you? Do I have any pick me friends? No. hmm Don't matter as long as he pays and isn't being intentionally disrespectful. Okay. Yeah, like honestly, I You ever been to a Pygmish's wedding? They're quite extravagant, and you know who paid for everything because you know no man in a right mind is going to allow half the stuff that goes on at them Pygmish weddings. You ever been to a wedding the bride was paying for? They are hilarious. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know y'all been to them weddings. Never mind. Just forget it. Y'all figure it out. Would I recommend? Do I look like a plastic surgeon? So would I recommend a breast reduction? I don't know. I never went to school to be a doctor, a plastic surgeon. So there's no way I can ever recommend you any type of services of a medical profession. Okay. Where when you act crazy and dump the lover who finally is done with your craziness, what is the best way to make him regret losing you? Um, if you got to do all of that, then you regret losing him. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta ask that question, then you regret losing him. You shouldn't even care. You should be on gone and not worried about that. Okay? That's the number one question and clue that you regret losing him. So there's no revenge. The revenge is he lost you, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? He can't get you back. That's the revenge. He lost you, he can't get you back. Done. How do you get over someone? With high heels, darling. In a step. There you go. You put your high heels on and step over the carcass. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you come out with a dusty repellent? I should. Uh-huh. Dust be gone. You said best revenge is your paper. Okay. Get under someone else. Okay. You're doing too much for someone you dumped. Okay. Exactly. Like there is no making them regret. Either they do or they don't. It's none of your business. You don't care. Remember, you're done. All right. A new pair of heels is all you need, and your heart will no longer be broken. Sure. Do you think it's possible for women to get along? Will there always be competition? Um, I think as long as there's jealousy, and I think as long as there's gossip, women will probably never get along the way that they could. So I don't know. It takes discipline and a way of thinking in order for some women to be friends with other women. Okay. And it's not just women. It could just be a way of thinking. You could be just too different. If you find someone that was very much like you, it would probably be easier to get along. Okay. Women with their what they be mean mugging. What is your number one thing that boosts your confidence? Myself. Myself, baby. Who I am, who I will always be, and who I never regret being. Me. Okay? Unapologetically. You said you will never compete with another woman. You don't women not supposed to compete. That's men. They supposed to compete for us. We're not supposed to compete for them. If we competing in what they doing. You like us, if you like us and you want us, then show us. That's it. That's pretty much it. No competition over here. Hmm. Look, that's just like that's how you have to think. You gotta think like me. You gotta be like, they may call it delusional, but I see no competition. If you like me, you like me. If not, you like them. There ain't no competition. Period. I'm not competing. I'm not in the Olympics. I don't play sports. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Th- just like when you go to the store to buy clothes. Them clothes on the rack ain't competing. You pick out what you like, buy it, and go home. Done. Then when they start making talking sales tags in the future, then they might be competing. Don't buy that one. That will make you look fat. Buy me right here. I'm black. Yeah, black make you look slim. Don't listen to them. I'm pink. Look, pink get that attention too. Oh my goodness, no, don't buy that. I'm striped. I'll make you look taller. Girl, you can't wear that. Look, I'm on sale. When price tags start doing that, then we'll see. But go to the store, get what you like, and be out. That's how I see it. Don't compete. We shouldn't have to compete. We're women. All right. You said you think women are trying to steal their dusty men when you look good and don't even want them. They can't think I'm trying to steal nobody dusty man because I ain't even looking at nobody dusty man. Okay. They just worried about they dusty men looking at us. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And there ain't no dusty man around where I live, so that we don't have that problem. It's dust free over here, baby. All day, every day. It happens to you all the time. You don't care about Dusty Dude. He is not with you, so you don't matter. Okay. Okay. Says you're a track star in her own lane. I'm not even a track star, baby. I'm in the bleachers reading a magazine, not even looking at who's running. If you spot me from the bleachers, you like what you see. Holla. I'm gonna tell you because I ain't competing. Okay. That's a joke. But honestly, that's how much I don't compete because I don't care. All right. Um, where do you suggest a shot? Wherever you can afford. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The clothes look decent. Wherever you like, baby. You can get good clothes from everywhere. They all pretty much look the same these days. Just make sure they look good on you. Just don't shop in the sales section of certain stores that have a lot of spandex in them. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. If it's spandex and it got a matching piece to it, don't buy it. Okay, that's all I can tell you. All right, unless it's gym clothes. Okay. You're still nice and smile to women who mug you. You have compassion because they are just triggered. Okay. They can't help that they don't look as good. Okay. They can't help that. They need to just level up. I'll make a t shirt. Don't me mug me, just level up. Stop me mugging me. I don't want your dusty. That's on a t shirt. Put that on a t shirt. Shoot, she might be paying his bill if she holding on to him that tight. All right. The note I notice women are more concerned with how old the next woman is. Not sure why. I don't know why either. They should be how good they. If you can be concerned about how old someone is, but if you look older than them, then it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you worry about yourself, worry about yourself. Too many women are worried about each other when they just need to be worried about themselves. If y'all put all that energy into worry about yourself, then somebody might want yourself. Okay? Put that energy back into you. Like I said, stop comparing yourself to other women. Stop Worrying about what other women think about you and worry about what you think about you and be done. Worry about yourself. What do I look like today? How good do I look today? How good can I look today? That's it. How do I feel today? How good do I feel today? That's great. Y'all been listening to so many dusties for so long that they have brainwashed y'all to think that y'all got to prove yourselves to them. You ain't got to do nothing but be who you are. Look how you look. Level up how you want to level up. And whoever is there that likes whatever you've done, whoever you become, what you look like, they will let you know. And when they let you know that they like you and that they want to go on a date with you, then you will let them know your standards. And if they can't meet them, then they can move along. That's just how easy it is. There's nothing else to it. I don't care whoever said those things. If they can't back it up and do it for some woman and show it on camera, then they don't need to be talking about it. If they ain't out courting this chick with limos and champagne and paying them bills and taking them shopping, then they can't talk to you. If that's what you want, they can't give you no type of advice. They can't do that and show it. No. All they gonna show is you filling out child support papers, paycheck stubs where it was taken out, credit card debt. Okay. And still talking trash. Look, put your money where your mouth is. Period. Yeah. Where the gatekeepers of love, intimacy, relationships are the gold mine. It's true. You've been watching. Okay, you've been watching. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you. You got some good information, right? You didn't fall for the okie doke, did you? Mm-hmm. All they can do is make the life worse. Queen of the South, Netflix, amazing. She only cared not for the money. Okay. We are not devalued on any basis. I'm older and look great. Exactly. God's opinion of me is that all that matters. Okay. I did even, and we don't even know that opinion, so it still don't matter. Whatever your opinion is, that's close enough. Babe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh, do you like the movie Pretty Woman? That's an old movie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think everybody done seen that movie. So do I like a movie about a prostitute that gets picked up by this rich dude and then they end up getting together at the end? Well, modern day Cinderella. High maintenance women always win. Men don't respect low maintenance women. Okay. hmm And a lot of men think that calling you names is going to make you feel bad about yourself. No, that just means you know what you got to do. Like, oh, that sounds like you're a gold digger. Oh, that sounds like prostitution. Oh, that sounds like that. Well, everything coming out your mouth sounds like broke. All the things you name ain't broke, but everything coming out your mouth sounds broke. That's what a lot of these guys need to be corrected when they start calling you out of your name. You need to be calling them out on their low accounts. Okay. Well, that sounds like, well, you sound broke. But am I complaining? Okay. Power of delusion lies that destroy entitlement. The power of delusion is what you create. Everything is a delusion. If enough people believe the delusion, then it becomes a reality. Okay. If enough people think that not listening to no broke, dusty man that can't afford to date you is reality and should be adhered to, then that's what will happen. Y'all know there's more women on the planet, so y'all know what's going down. If you were in your prime, should you only settle for a multimillionaire? Okay, you could settle for several. Keep one on the back burner. Why you at it? Why not? Wha- What was okay? Am I doing a Mother's Day sale? When is Mother's Day? I don't even know. I always look like when it turns May, then I start looking. I might. We'll see. I don't think so though. I never really do sales. There's always a discount coupon that people can use. Um, why do you think so many women are surpassing men in terms of education, income, house ownership? Because finally, and because women have been suppressed for so long for that very reason, because they always knew that that would happen. Okay. For the majority of history, women have been oppressed in most countries as far as what they could do, how much they could earn. And so when you take all that off, then a lot of people, excel because there's nothing to hold them back. But if you've never been that, or if you haven't been that in a long time, then you don't really have that drive, or you never felt like anything was holding you back. So you don't try as hard. I don't know. Hmm. In Black women's case, it also because men simply aren't stepping up. Okay. And it's also a lot of times it's also because a pygmy will accept them and go 50-50. So it's kind of like instead of instead of there being more like people that are business owners or entrepreneurs, they simply would rather just invest a little piece of money into someone else's company and get a little royalty versus owning their own. So that's how I see it. They shack it up with Pygmy and them over there, who's paying 75% of them bills, and so they don't have a reason to want to do more. Okay. So that's why they shacking up with Pygmy and them, who will pay all them bills. I said, what do I think about rich men who are stingy? They're not rich. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would a guy flirt with you, then try to make you feel bad about yourself? Bipolar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, best thing I can think of. Shoot, bad. Honestly, because maybe you didn't respond the way that he thought you would. I don't know. Do you believe marriage is based on starting a family, children, or based on love and life partnership? Money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Marriage is based on money. Can you afford all those things? Number one. If the answer is yes, then number two would be, well, you have to have love and partnership before you can have a kid. Um, but I ain't nobody's partner. I'm their wife. So then family, no, then children and family, yes. So it would have to be in that order. I change a lot of the vocabulary around that I'm uncomfortable with. Okay. So, see, marriage is a business. That's true. Provider men don't go for masculine women, they go for someone compatible who makes them feel manly and good about themselves. True. So, a lot of and especially like a lot of men want you to be a certain type of way. Well, you gotta have a certain type of dollars. If you want a woman to be a certain type of way, you gotta have a certain amount of dollars. And even then, she still may not comply. Mm-hmm. 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 What's your take on that a lot of men are broke because the cost of dating? Imagine the cost of being a woman. There you go. Can you talk about a baby mama culture and women getting pregnant before the bag of ring? Or do you think they, if you have your own money, it doesn't matter. If your goal is marriage, then it matters. You see, a lot of people's goals aren't marriage, and some people's goals are marriage. If your goal is marriage, then and you mess your own goal up, then that's your problem. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of these ladies never had the marriage goal because society has told them that no one will ever marry them and that they are stupid and delusional for thinking that someone will marry them. So they never wrote it on their list. They never considered it. And they did not ever feel like they were somebody's wife in the future. Okay. So that's why they settle. That's it. They listened to too many dusties and they got what they got. Okay. So I don't know. But if you have your own money and marriage is never your goal because you protected your money, then you don't need, if your goal was never marriage. Some people's goal is not marriage because they don't need marriage. Okay. But if you're talking about the average person who was brainwashed into that type of thinking that they don't deserve a husband or they can never get a husband or they're not even ever going to be anybody's wife and they believed it, then that's they're going to create that culture where not being a wife exists. But that doesn't stop procreation. That doesn't stop families. That just stops being married. Um, but I bet they never intended on. Okay, you can't be nobody's wife, but you can be somebody uh, child support nightmare, and that might be worse than a wife. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Again, don't limit yourself to one color of man. Who cares if they don't seek marriage? There's a big world. True. Um, if you could go back in time, would you be a wife or a sugar baby for the rest of your life? Um, what do you mean? A wife or a sugar baby for the rest of my life? What do you mean? What would I be? I would be me. That's who I am. I'm gonna be who I am. I don't care if I go back in time. What you want me to do? Go get a degree and become a doctor and look at people's infections all day? No thanks. I'm fine. I'm good. Look at people toe jam infection. What you want me to do? My heart surgery. Save some lives. What else you want me to do? Harvest some organs? No thanks. Do you think you have a chance at the richest man in the world? I don't know. Do you what you look like? How men will treat you exactly how you look. If you look like Claire Huxtable, that's how they gonna treat you. If you look like Instagram thought, that's how they gonna treat you. Your current sugar daddy married a pygmy to grow his business, and now I manage all of his money. Okay, as long as you getting your money. Mm. Pays for everything on your date. Mentions he is very traditional, but also mentioned young women have asked him, "Girl, for rent on the first date." That means he don't ask him for nothing no time soon. And he already set you up not to ask him for anything. But see, you could answer that question like, "Wow, you must have a lot of money if someone's going to ask you for rent on the first date. What do you do? I'm impressed." Like, don't be impressed with nothing else about him except that he got some money. Because that's what men mostly are impressed by themselves for anyway. Like, oh, wow, you must make a lot of money. Well, my rent's not due until next month, so I'm not going to ask you today. Make a joke out of it. That means you going to ask him, deal. He going to give you something at some point. Your rent ain't due today, but it is due someday. And he might just get that question again. If that lady was so comfortable to ask him, he got that much money for her to even consider asking him, well, you gonna ask him. Oh my God, you must make a lot of money. Well, my rent's not due until next week, so guess we got some time. How can you tell someone hates themselves? I think people hate themselves. Um, I think you can tell people hate themselves who talk and ask questions about other people's lives and they're not concerned about themselves. It's like if you're constantly neglecting you and worried about everybody else, then you don't like yourself because your focus should be on you. That's who hate themselves. People that's not focused on themselves. That's who hate themselves. If you focus on everybody else and everybody mouth, talking about what everybody else doing, what they should be doing, why they not doing this, and you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing, then guess what? Focus on yourself, do what makes you happy, level up how you want to level up, deal with who you want to deal with. That's it. That's self love at the highest. Some people try to um, weasel their way in or weasel their way of thinking into your mindset, and they can't do that because if that's how they want you to think, and that's not how you naturally think, then it's never going to be what they want it to be anyway. So honestly, it's kind of like this. Okay, so you want people to think they want, I'm not saying you in particular, but people want others to think self hate looks like this picture in a box. It doesn't. Self hate looks like not looking at yourself and, and being who you want to be. It looks like looking at everybody else instead of focusing on yourself. That's what self hate looks like. It looks like looking without all the time instead of looking within and being who you want to be. And also, like, you know, If this is who I am, if this is how I believe, if this is how I think, that means I love myself. If I accept it fully, am honest about it, and tell other people how to do it, and I with no shame in my game, unapologetically, that is self love. Self hate is when you feel a certain way, but other people feel that it's wrong, and society feels that it's wrong. Dusties feel that it's wrong. So you hop on the bandwagon train to say that it's also wrong. That is self hate because that's not who you are. So being true to thine, be true to thyself. To thine own self, be true. Shakespeare. Okay. Um. All right. See, uh, Dusties have a lot of these Dusties have a square or box of what a self-hating woman looks like. But just them talking about what a self-hating woman looks like, instead of focusing on being a man is and how they can be a better man for some type of woman. Um, Instead of them trying to psychoanalyze why certain women hate themselves, why don't you go get your psychology degree, sir, and get you some money so you can impress us for real? Go get you a psychology degree and write a book, okay? And hopefully somebody will buy it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, y'all want to see my degree? Right here. SheRaSeven. Because I bring nothing to the table and I'm proud of it. I'm so proud I bought a book with a shiny glossy cover and some cool little designs. I got a glossary of terms up in here. Pig Misha is on right there. You see? I will tell you. I'm not gonna jump on no bandwagon. I'm not gonna regret who I am because I love who I am and I will never change. I don't care what them people say. I don't care what psychology says. I don't care what the Dusty say. I don't care what a Pig Misha say. I care what I say because it worked and I'm the living proof. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So don't ever let no dusty tell you what you can do and what you can't do. That's just like when people tell you, oh, you can't ever be this successful in your life, or you can't ever do that. No, y'all can't do it. That person can't do it. This person couldn't do it. Your mama couldn't do it. But you might could do it. So don't ever tell somebody they're delusional and they can't do something and that's crazy and da 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 da. No, that's because you're limited, don't mean nobody else is. Maybe your thinking is a little bit different than that person's thinking, and that's what's going to get them to where they want to be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. Taj, sprinkle, sprinkle. Great explanation about self hate. Okay. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, yeah, a lot of people feel that self hate is only about how you look. It's not about how you look, it's about have you stayed true to who you are. The outside appearance is simply an outside appearance. Hmm. You said you notice these older unwed women chase men. A pick Misha at any age will chase a man. It doesn't matter if they old or unwed. Maybe they don't feel like they need to get married. Maybe they just want a little peace. We don't know why they chasing them. Maybe they got some extra social security to spend on them. We don't know. Maybe they looking for a sugar son, sugar baby. We don't know. I mean, thank you for leading by example. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. But honestly, It's none of my business who is chasing who, as long as they are getting exactly what they want and they don't feel like they shouldn't be doing. Like, let me tell y'all something. If you are a pygmisha and you love being a pygmisha, then continue to be a pygmisha. If that's who you are, don't come to my channel and think you got to change, and don't start to hate yourself because you 50-50. If you born in your heart and in your soul and in your everything in your being, you believe that 50-50 is correct, and you will wake up every day feeling that, then do not listen to me. Go pay half them bills and live your best life. Okay, necessary truth, sprinkle, sprinkle. But if you feel something wrong when you get that pen and you got to sign that check or type in that number and hit click and send, then keep listening. But if you feel like you doing the right thing, then do not listen no more. Go and be who you are. Okay? I promise you. I am not trying to convert you. All I'm trying to do is allow people to be the best version of themselves and who they want to be. hmm The point is, yes, what you need to do is keep who you are true to yourself. Okay? All right. Who would want to continue being a pygmy, who believes in 50-50 and building a man and whatever, and in their heart, they really feel that's true. Some of them come on my channel talking trash and saying that I'm wrong. Well, if I'm wrong, why you here? Go and preach your pygmishness to other pygmishas that agree with you, and that will be fine. We don't compete. We can't compete. Not against the pygmisha. Y'all gonna win every time. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna get all them bills paid. You'll win the men, but you won't be all bills paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But someone with higher standards who believes that they don't need to be paying for nothing will get the man and all bills paid. And in the long run, that may pay off. Sarah, sprinkle, sprinkle, you are 1K per hour companion, legal in Australia. Okay. You not ready to marry and leave your career yet due to freedom and making so much money. Your fear is being older when ready for marriage. You're 34, but look 28. Girl, then date somebody much older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or with all that money you making, you better save up and get you a little snip tuck. Snip tug. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So by the time you're 44, you can still get married. Date somebody in their 60s. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. All right. Sure, is it better to marry rich in early 20s? I mean, it depends on what life you want. hmm If a rich guy calls gold digger to girls who likes money and he is not a provider, to what to reply to him and not reply anything at all. The Kanye West song, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but I ain't messing with no broke. And walk off. Get down, girl. Go make that your ringtone. Shoot, I don't know. Be proud of it. Walk in your pride, baby. They might like it. Okay. Go ahead and put it on your ringtone real quick. Make your exit a style. Okay. Here you go. People think you look between 21 and 26. You let them know you don't care. Okay. Mhm. Anybody else surprised Ariana is still weird? Why wouldn't she be married? I didn't even know she got married. I don't be keeping up with the people no more. Uh, there are so many managers at Amazon making a bunch of money and their wives don't work. Same with the profession. Professors. Okay. Because her relationship never lasts long. Oh, okay, I don't know. Mm. You would be surprised how men start talking marriage or propose when they realize you are wife material and not settling. hmm So, rich is relative depending on where you live and what the goals are specifically. True. So, whatever is rich for you and the lifestyle that you are fine with, then that's what is rich for you. Okay. You can always get richer. Like, they ain't no cap, you know? So, okay. Shira, your thoughts on who? We don't talk about other YouTubers over here, baby. My thoughts are on me. That's why I love me. Okay. What are your thoughts on whoever your ex, like, what are your thoughts on someone you don't know? I don't know them. I could never give, like, honestly, if I don't really actually know a person, I'm not going to tell you what I think of them because I think I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't give fake masculine men. Okay, y'all. See, this is why a lot of people don't have, like, people want to talk about everybody but themselves. So ask me about you, baby. Don't you love yourself? You gonna use your one question that I saw to talk about some other person? Talk about you. I'm here for y'all. Remember that. You would rather have land in a big house over some city condo? Okay. Damaged goods, divorced twice, still single. Who? See, y'all being messy. This is why women don't get along. This is why women don't get it. Y'all can't even help yourselves. But I understand, though. I understand that y'all just referencing. Okay. I'm going to let y'all slide. You can't believe black women are supporting because y'all still doing it. How to convince a wealthy provider that you're dating to buy you luxury. Tell them that's what you want. Tell them you never had it. Tell them that's what you want. Is your birthday rolling around, some type of holiday. Just keep mentioning it until you get it. Okay. Is it bad if he says you all you care about is your looks? He's like he liked it in the beginning, but not anymore. Then go be with somebody else and look good with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He gonna care about it. Okay, and post it everywhere so people can see it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, I don't care if you care about it. I care about it. This ain't for you. This for me. That's what you got to tell them. Look, do you think I'm looking good for you? I'm looking good for whoever looking. I'm looking good for me, him, you, her, that animal over there, that cat, that old lady over there on that scooter. I'm looking good for everybody, including myself. So I don't care if you like it. A million other people do. That would be my answer. I don't care. This about you. Remember that. Keep it about you and nothing else. If you keep it about you, they gonna keep it about you. I don't know why y'all think it's not the truth, because it is. Sure, if I had a rich man provider, should I be mentally ready to share him with other women? Sure, if you gonna share yourself with other men, do what you want. He should be mentally ready to share you too, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. To share him, he should be ready to share you with his credit cards, his bank accounts. Mm. Should we be ignoring emotional men if they make you cringe? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, it's okay. Here's the thing: some women have kids. Okay, they got to deal with them children's emotions, your own emotions. Why they gonna bring some more in there? Sometimes enough is enough. Okay, I gotta add it on. Shoot, if you got friends who are always emotional, you got how many people do I have to listen to? You know, you have to think about that. If you're a man and you're super emotional, and especially if you're dating a woman with kids or who have a lot of women friends, because you know they emotional, don't add on to no stress, baby. Just keep it manly and brisk and go cry to your mama. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's just, I'm just being blunt because it's being honest. I could say it in a nicer way, but y'all won't hear that. Do I prefer emotionally unavailable men? Um, it's easily to emotionally manipulate anybody to get them available. So I would rather them be that than over emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want it, you can get it. But if they giving it too much, it's hard to turn it off. Look, I get it when I want it, so that's not a problem. So emotionally unavailable. You'll be available if you provoked. Okay, smart, smart. All right. Nothing worse than an overly emotional man. Well, I feel like, what are you emotional about? Is it passion? Are you passionate about what you're doing? And are you emotional about yourself? Are you passionate about whatever you're doing? That's great. That's the good kind. But if you're over emotional about some feelings and why you didn't do this, why I can't do that because I already got two kids and cats and you know pick Misha's in here crying about, dusties and stuff like that. So when you come with like over emotional stuff, it's like, why? Let me go ahead and start charging by the hour. Go ahead. You get my notepad out. Tell me about your childhood. All right. I'm gonna sing your bill. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, reading some of these comments. Is it true that men who are the sole provider cheat more? Um, if they can afford to and if they look decent enough, yes. But also, women who are 50-50 also cheat more, and women who, want to cheat also cheat. It's not about what they do, it's if you can, if you want to, and if you have the opportunities. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Um Mhm. So I don't think that has. I think a lot of women are using that as an excuse to stay a pygmisha or to want to pay 50-50, thinking that's going to stop their man from cheating. You pay, girl, all you doing is letting him live for 50% off so he can look like he got 50% more to that girl who want 50% more of what he actually make, and you the one paying for it. So I would rather get cheated on and not have to pay no bills than get cheated on and paying half the bill. Okay, you got to pick a struggle, and that sounds like a bad choice. Said roommate, how to get your sugar daddy to give you a credit card or you can buy whatever you want. Tell him you need one. Be in some lingerie when you tell them, okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. They even if it's on a photo. Well, they are always making men with money out to be evil. I know, like if you think men with money is evil, then you ain't ever seen a desperate broke man with no money. Then the ones that's on always on Crime Stoppers, okay? You dated someone husband who was a sole provider and paid his and you pay he paid your bills? Okay. The monarch teaching the female minds. The monarchy teaching the female mind. Women are tired. Uh-huh. Are women tired? You gotta love Shira. Um, okay, let me read. How about children when their parents cheat? Do they children mess up mentally? Their children be cheating on tests in school, on their little boyfriend and girlfriends at school too. Yeah. Oh, you mean young children? Okay, I'm sorry. Um, with the cartoons out today, they already messed up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I can tell you. You always with the children's books and cartoons out today. What you think? As long as you don't look low on money, you ain't lying. Desperate dusties are treacherous. Okay. Should we go out and freestyle if we're low on money? Men usually offer to pay for your food. Yeah, of course. Why not? That's how most of us did it back in the 90s. We did not pay for nothing. We didn't pay for nothing. Sparkle, sparkle. Show them to be proud after the divorce settlement. What? You got to look like you're used to something. Asking a man for more. Mm-hmm. Why should I not listen to men who can't afford to date me? Because they can't afford to date you. So what you listening to them for? They tell you how to be cheap so they can't afford you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you don't listen to homeless in the LV store. What? Never ever pay on dates. Dating. I know. If y'all paying on dates, y'all not dating. Let me repeat that. If women are paying on a date, you are not dating. That was not a date. That was a scam, baby. You just got scammed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, or you have a sugar baby. Either one. I don't know. You said men offer to pay for food and drink when they're not trying to freestyle. I had gotten to the counter one time and food was paid for. I know that happened to me all the time when I was younger. Girl, yes. That's how they do it. That's how men with money do it. They tell the bartender to take care of her tab. And then the bartender come over here and he's like, can I get my check? He go, oh, your tab's already been taken care of. You look around the bar hoping it's the one that you don't want to be. I'm like, who paid for it? Oh, the gentleman over there. and, and you know they real cool when they don't even walk over. But for a second, they like, oh, I just wanted to say hi. You look beautiful. I just wanted to do something nice. Bye. And then they leave. That's style. That's style. That's how they used to do. That's the real one. Now they got these dudes with these brow wax on and asking you to pay their bill. Uh, spoil me. No, thank you. That man over there already paid my bill. All right. Said that brow wax, girl, they be having on brow wax. Talk about spoil me. I'm sorry, I'm too busy being spoiled by that guy over there that just paid my tab. Bye. Gotta go. Um, you, you gotta look like you ain't never touched a bill in your life. I know if you look like you nervous when the check comes, then they might look at you like you supposed to be paying. If you act like you look in your purse for your mint or checking your time or whatever, I'm like, that was such a lovely meal. Not even worried about the check, like the bill is his. That got his name on it. It don't even you're not even supposed to see that bill. That's like off that's forbidden. You're not even supposed to see a bill. Women need hobbies and learn to go out and not desire the attention. And you are literally attract because you are fulfilled. Exactly. They want to know what you doing over there. Why you look so happy? Why you look like you got everything together? You look like you're interesting and fun and da da da. Da. So what? I want to get to know that person because they don't look like Pygmisha. Okay. You pay no attention when the bill comes. Exactly. If you looking like you supposed to pay the bill, you might be, you know, offered to pay it. These days, a lot of rich men doesn't like to provide. Does that mean they're not rich? Let me tell y'all something. You're not rich if you don't spend the money. Like, okay, here's my thing. Rich is relative. Like someone said in the if a woman walked out of the house with a paper bag over her head and everybody said, "Oh, that woman is beautiful. That woman is beautiful." But you don't know because you can't see her. Paper bag on her head. To you, she's not beautiful because you've never seen her, right? Exactly. So he's not rich unless he's spending money on you. Okay? He rich in his own world, not your world, baby. Because if he were, he'd be giving you money and spending it and proving it. You can't be something that you're not proving. Okay? So if he's not providing or spending, he's not rich. You get it? If she got a paper bag over her head and everybody's saying she's beautiful and she's even telling you, "Oh, I'm so beautiful under this paper bag," who gonna believe it until they see it? Sprinkle, sprinkle, where your money? Don't nobody believe nothing until they can prove it. You had guys ask if I would be offended if they paid because of past experience they had with women who were adamant about paying their own way. Wow, disgusting. You feel like a lot of family pressure to get married, but you're enjoying the peaks of being fully provided by a married man. Well, just don't listen then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't make a lot of and rarely pay. Good for you, girl. All right. Femininity is creative. Making plans can be feminine too. Okay. Is it masculine to make the plans even if you pay? If he asks you to make the plans, it's not. Or if you present the plans in a feminine way, it's not. Is it great deal for him to be seen in public with me? He feels great. Okay. Broke man cannot tell nobody nothing. Nope. And I think that's why. Okay, now here's the thing. Even if they're not broke, as far as being broke on paper, like I said, if you're not spending money on a woman or whoever, then you still considered broke to the female species. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You can have your money, you can have your cars, you can have your house, you can have your clothes, but they're yours. Okay. You love yourself, you spend money on yourself, you look good for yourself. You know, you can claim to be rich, but if you're not showing that to some woman or whoever you're trying to impress, then it's not real. You understand? It's only real that you can afford yourself. That's all. So you can be rich to yourself, but it doesn't mean that you are going to be considered rich by women. Especially if you're dating one and you don't spend and you're cheap, you're going to be put in the same category as a broke dusty. That's it. Okay. You'll have a broke dusty out there trying to spend a little paycheck to try to prove himself, and you got this man with some money who can't even Dusty's employee. If Dusty's boss can't spend no money, but Dusty spend his whole check. Dusty the in between. Go get that money from that old man. To bring it back here. I'm gonna get it one way or the other. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, sometimes I'm down for the hood rich guy, like like a ball player because they spend. You ask, they don't deliver. Move on. Exactly. If they got money, you see that they got money, but they're not spending. They broke. They may have. You may not have spending money. They stuff tied up. They can't spend money. And if they could, and they're not trying to spend it on you, make you not a priority. Move on. The quickest way for any female to get rich is marrying. Yeah, true, true. What time is it? I gotta go in a few minutes. Um, you said nothing worse than a stingy man. If you're not asking though, you need to. If you ask and he says no, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Then you be like, okay, well, have a nice life. Bye. What they can't be mad. At least you was honest, right? Like, oh, okay, well, they're gonna try to compromise and wheel and deal if they really like you. Then that's when you got all. Then that's when you can get what you want. You said pick me should call Dusty's king. How do you explain to a man you just started dating that 50-50 doesn't work and that isn't fair? How would you word it? I would look like it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would act, walk, talk like it. Okay. That's how. I'm not explaining nothing. I'm just gonna be reading this book right here. I said what I said. I put a quote in here from a Dusty as a question. In my book, it says, I have a daughter and I would never want her to be like you. And my response was, or my answer was, so you would rather your daughter get used up by a dusty dude, get her heart broke, only help him build and help him save up for a nice car, then dump her for somebody else and leave her with debt and bills. Then who gonna pay your bills, Dusty? When she grow up, you know you don't need some money. You'd rather leave her with kids and move on to the next chick because she built him up and left her after he was done using her up. Is that what you want, Dusty Daddy? You want your daughter to be Pygmisha? Barbara the Builder? Well, hopefully she'll read this book before she grows up and becomes that, sir. Hopefully your daughter will be able to make the right choices and meet the right person who won't do that to her. But let's face it, the world we live in is better for her to know the game than be gotten by the game. I'm teaching my kids. Sparkle, sparkle. If you ask me, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I bring to the table. This book right here. Here you go. Read it. Make sure you understand it, cover to cover, and don't come asking me for nothing. Nothing. All right. Y'all are silly. Who even asked that question? I don't know. Some dusty dude that asked it at some point. You're getting your book once I'm back from. Oh, okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Get it on Amazon. I get this one too, girl. The Wisdom of SheRaSeven, and this one. Be reading this one day. Go to a place with a bunch of rich men. Get this book out and just go like this. And just sit there, read it, and see and film it secretly and see what they be doing. Ooh, that's an interesting book you got there. You bring nothing to the table. I sure don't. Oh, here's the question about 50-50 right here. In the present times, should a woman go half in a relationship? 50-50. Logically speaking, if I go half, then somebody else can get the other half of me. I would not be an exclusive woman to any man that is asking me for money. I will be in an open relationship, and whatever half I'm paying will probably be somebody else's money and not mine. If a man wants you to go half with him financially, you better be allowed to date other men. A lot of women are stuck in these dusty situations and they're mad because they messed up and now they see their mistake. There really isn't anything that can be fixed about this except to start new, or if a dusty broke man who needs a woman's financial help or dates living expenses and more, he has no ambition and no money. A lot of ladies neglected to look to their future and consider the lifestyle they wanted. They allowed temporary emotions such as infatuation to lead them to the lifestyle they don't want. Women need to date multiple men. If your man can't handle 100% of your bills, then you need another one. He is not enough. Bam. Get this book, baby. That's why when you get married, they say you taken off the market. Or you get married, you taken off the market. That means don't nobody have to pay nothing no more. They take you home off the market. Okay? You ain't got to pay taxes on that inventory no more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wealthy men don't chat in ladies' rooms. Only, I know, that's very feminine. 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 Y'all come on in, feminine. Make sure you get this book, fellas. That way y'all can try to beat the game that can't be beat. I see it try. Men who are social media all day long. I'm not gossiping, talking about this person that I don't care. You gossip more than my auntie. Ugh. Who you gossiping for? There ain't nothing worse than a gossiping man. Oh my gosh. If you don't need some Pepto Bismol after hearing that. What kind of places are so expensive that only people with money can afford? Zero chances to meet any of them. Girl, you gotta go to them wealthy $1,000 like thousands of dollars membership clubs, like tennis clubs, like expensive country clubs, golf clubs. Thousands of dollars of membership. Be somebody's gift, girl. Okay. Mm, they are out making money to provide. Okay, yep, that's what other men are. Good. Why does this lives have ads. Girls, so I can get paid because y'all ain't tipping. Spark, sparkle. I'm real with my. Okay. Um, how can we have the wife experience without a wedding? Um, the wife experience without a wedding. What are you talking about? How can you have a wife experience without a wedding? Go down to the boulevard. Have your cash. I don't know. Not for me though. Whoever got on them white pumps, the white dress, pick one. I don't know. Shira, I dare you to read the book in public etiquette. I'll be signing autographs then. But when you get in those spaces, you gotta have confidence. It seems like some won't even know what to do. If a man with me, we treat them like everybody else. Treat them like, honestly. Okay, so here's the thing. Treat them like they're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. So you know how to treat a dusty. Okay, you know how to treat the average man. Okay, so the man with means that walks up to you, treat him slightly better than the average man. That's it. It's just a man. That's it. Y'all, that's all it is. They just got a few more numbers in their account. That's it. That they can spend. That's it. And if $100 is nothing to them, you're gonna be able to tell. If $1,000 is nothing to them, you're gonna be able to tell. They're gonna be very generous, or if they're not, then they're not. But at the same time, you're gonna be able to tell. Like I always talk about how you can tell men don't like spending money when it looks like it hurts when the bill comes. When they pulling out their wallet, it look like it hurt. You ever seen the pain of a broke, dusty face when the bill come and they pull out that wallet real slow and they unfold it super slow? You can almost hear it creaking and cracking. Like when the bill come, they be like, and they get out their wallet, they be like, wallet seemed this big, like opening it like a book, real slow. And then they turn it to look in it, and then they go like this. They take like a long time, hoping you gonna reach for your purse, but you don't. You like, like all of a sudden everything start going in slow motion, and then they be like, to the waiter, they be like hoping it go through if it's a card, and holding on to the last piece of cash, like they only got $2 worth of gas. That's how you know. Watch, pay attention. These are very, very bad signs. Y'all know it. Y'all been on them dates with the slow motion wallet. Yeah, Yelena Sprinkle Sprinkle. Tell me about it. I know y'all seen it. And I know y'all felt that stomach tinge, like cringe. Some dusty go to the bathroom for a long time when the bill comes. They be transferring funds, asking their mama to deposit stuff in their account. Okay. My account. I need some gas to get home. I'm in your car. You don't want to run the gas, do you? Tow truck costs more. Put some money in the account so I can get your car home. I didn't know how far I was going. The meter broke. All right. Text me when you sent it, okay? Then they be trying to drag out the conversation, asking for refills on the drink until their mama deposit come through. Anyway, you said you'd rather cook than pay for a meal, baby. Then you gonna eat by yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What you gonna be watching on TV, sir? Any advice on being a super spoiled sugar baby? Be what you feel like you are. Act like you deserve it, and that's all you used to, and it'll be no big deal. He said Dusty was pulling his wallet out like it was a tug of war. I know, like his pocket wanted it to keep it in. It's like then the slow motion. The great one. Okay, what you know? What happened? Sad women working men made men feminine. Maybe I don't know. You dated a doctor when you were younger, and he calculated the bill and said your part is $18. An ER dollar doctor making 30K. Imagine that. Girl, he 30K, that's poverty level. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe he was still in his residency. You know he got money and want to give it to you, but I can't be obvious. Okay. So then you can't get no money then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All you gotta do is say it in a way like that he'll try to rescue you. Like go watch my video from yesterday. I give all the good ways to get money. Men also like the color red, okay? He's not a doctor, he lied. Girl, he the medical assistant, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, he just got some screw-ups. And that's why y'all need to do that's why y'all need to research, okay? He worked in the ER next to the doctor. I know him well. He is on his third divorce. Who? When I got out, all the Dusties do is open doors for me and be extra polite when they don't even try. What? Hmm. Will I be wrong for having your man for only giving you $100 while he is a millionaire? Or will you be wrong for leaving a man for him only giving you $100? You won't be wrong because I mean, you got your 100, be gone, on to the next. I mean, if that's all that millionaire could afford to give you, that's all he can afford to give you. I mean, just because he's a millionaire, don't mean he got money to spend like that. His funds might be tied up. Like I said, sometimes rich ain't rich. It just look good on paper, but it don't look good in the wallet. It don't look good in your bank account because it's not there. And remember, okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people who are newly rich or rich with not a lot of money coming back in, um, they may be afraid that if they can't, keep their money, they're going to lose it. So a lot of men have poverty mentality, and they don't want to give money to anyone because they feel like there's no money coming back in. You know what I'm saying? So those type of men, they may have grown up poor, or they may have poverty mindset still, so they don't like to give a lot because they don't have any more coming back in. You know, and they may not want to give because they don't feel like they should be able to give, because if they think all you want is their money, then they're going to let that be the suspicion in their mind and lose like whatever it is, dating, whatever y'all have, to that paranoia. But what they should know is, yes, we want your money, but if you decent too, we want you too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Men should know that. Men should not think, oh, women only want me for my money. Yes, they want you for that too, but have some extra. We like that. We like money, and We like the other stuff too, so we both. Even Aladdin knew that. That's why he had to go get his money. He made his 3 wishes and got his money. He already knew that. Okay. You had some guys who didn't want to provide for you after the first 2 or 3 dates. I did my best to look good. Is that means I have to work hard? It depends on, first of all, how old are they? And what was your story, baby? You gotta be convincing. Did you look good enough to get your bills paid? I mean, we gotta add all this up. W- Were they old enough? Come on. How old were they? If you say 40, that's why. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A friend of yours just moved where? All right, yeah. Find the better target. Do I plan on writing any more books? We'll see. I'm sure there's plenty of books to be written, baby. Hmm. Be the J. Arizona, lots of sugar daddies, okay. You marry, you move out your city, okay. If you know how rich men are, you're not that rich, okay. Yet, if you know how rich men are, you're not that rich. Okay, that's a quote. You have to know the game or you will be played, okay. I need a couple of targets. You're staying in real estate agent position. Oh, you're starting in a real estate agent position. Okay. Girl, they don't need to know you have a baby. Okay. I need a couple. Yes, every man you've met was on that sugar daddy site. Girl, why y'all? Yeah. If I was young, I wouldn't be hanging out nowhere near no other gold diggers. I wouldn't be on none of them sites. I would be a fresh face, an unsuspected face. I'm trying to help y'all. Listen, if I was still in there in the game, if I was younger, I would be nowhere on any of those sites using any of the language or anything, but I would have all of it up here, baby. And I would execute every move for when after being approached by someone accordingly. When you have the language, the lingo, the costume, it's too obvious. Exactly. It's not a cult, baby. It's not a gang. It's a way of thinking and a way of executing. Just like y'all can spot a dusty by their vocabulary, they shouldn't be able to do the same with you. The reason why we use these terms is so you can understand what they mean. But when you go out into the world, don't use them. Find a simile for something. Okay. Don't use the lingo. Don't have on the uniform. Don't talk about what YouTube channels you watch. Don't do any of that. Use the information that you've learned and apply it. Y'all out here treating it like it's a club and a gang or a jacket that y'all need to get with y'all name on the back or something like that. No. So that's what I'm saying. If you look like their last date who asked them for the rent money on date one, they gonna be reminded of that. Come out there looking flawless, classy, have something to talk about, you know? All right. At what age does a man start to really look old to the point where they know they must be humble? When they offer to pay for something and the woman refuses. Now that's all right. Okay. Unless you're a super gold digger. Okay. Now that we married, he knows you're a gold digger, but he just says it motivates him to give me the world. Good for you, girl. Sprinkle. That's how it's supposed to be. Meeting in person and the best way to meet men. That's right. I think everyone should be humble. Act humble. Not be with act. Keyword act. Because if you really are, then no, it's not gonna be for your best interest. Act. Mm-hmm. That's what you do. Act. Being and acting is two different things. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that, girl. When you're done with school, you're going to where? You have fun over there. Just play dumb. It's easier. Okay. So yeah, let me see something. You're running for office, and there's rich old guys interested in me, but I can't bite because I will look bad for your campaign. Girl, call. Make sure you know how they can fund your campaign. The building fund, expense account. All right. Do I think men are more attracted to women with degrees? If they want those women to use those degrees, maybe. A lot of times men base having a degree on your level of intelligence and they feel like they may have something to talk about with you. But if they only want your, like, you could have a degree in art philosophy. If that's not going to make you no money, are they still going to be impressed with it? I have a degree in art history. Okay, great. I'm impressed. You think they'll be impressed for a degree that doesn't make any money? You live on community property, but your man money come from before marriage. Should I get a prenup with monthly allowance and writing? I know you are against prenup. I'm trying to understand this question because I'm not getting this. Why aren't you on direct deposit? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You talking about getting married, moving in with somebody, and you ain't even on direct deposit? And you talking about prenup? All his money come from before marriage? Yeah, y'all know what to do with the prenup. I have a whole video. Just go type in prenup under my channel. I have a whole video on how to get out of all that legally. Make sure your consciousness is altered by some type of prescription medication. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When you when you sign it, there you go. Have I ever faked like I had a disability to get a check? You mean from a man or from the government? No, I'm sorry. If I had a disability, I'd be proud of my disability. I have a T-shirt and everything, so I can get extra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. Like I have my own GoFundMe for myself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Any other cities that are great to date? I don't know. I'll be collecting funds for myself. I already do that now, but I do it extra. Um, you said, "Fool the fool who thinks they are fooling." What fooling you? What do you think about this statement when it comes to manipulating and using reverse psychology on them? To me, they're using reverse psychology on themselves when they try to game us. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We ain't even got to do nothing anymore at this point. Um, what are your tips for building confidence? Love who you are. That's it, babe. Be unapologetically who you are. Want what you want. Have some standards. And don't stray from them. That's it. That's it. What are your tips for boosting self esteem? I just told you, yes. Love yourself. Be who you are. Don't change unless you feel like it. And change right back if you feel like it too. Be who you need to be at the moment, baby, to get what you want. That's all I can tell you. You'll love yourself because you'll be happy. You know women very successful. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. Y'all keep talking about different cities. Okay, I see. Okay. Why would a married woman want to know your marital status if you are a woman yourself? Because gay marriage is legal now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Gotcha. So the South is good for dating, of course. Southern gentlemen. Any tips on married women who don't get attention from her partner? Go get attention from somewhere else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You hit the like button, girl. Left his wife of 23 years. Who did? I like the Southern culture. I don't like city boys. Okay. Get the likes up. Everybody hit the like button. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said go get attention from a bag. Okay. Go walk outside looking good. That's all you gotta do. Go walk around looking good. Y'all know the answer to these questions. Stop asking silly questions. All right. You said that question is for Google. I bet you if you Google that question, my advice will not come up. That's why you gotta be a subscriber. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Because Google ain't gonna tell you to go find somebody. Go find somebody to give you attention. They ain't gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna give you a list of stuff you gotta go do to get what should come natural. Okay. Would would you walk past a construction site? If for what? I'm in my car. I drive past a construction site. How you doing? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You finna walk past no construction site. um, yes, I'll drive past a construction site, but I'm not finna walk past nothing. All right. Men in construction make a lot. Superintendent CEOs at 200K plus. Okay, that's wonderful. Whatever. Men that have real money are not flashy unless they are playing golf or in the office, okay? I know a CEO who makes a million. Good for them, girl. Get your money. Go out on a date, make them pay for it. Hmm. Let me tell y'all a quick story time before I go. So, did I ever throw the word divorce at my husband? All the time? That's how you keep him in line. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so let me see. It was to story time. Okay. Sometimes, okay, so more than once, maybe 3 or 4 times, when I've been approached by men with lots of money, like millionaires, sometimes, like more than once, I would say at least 3 times, I have noticed a pattern. I always look like their ex. I always look very similar to somebody who's very close to them that is no longer there. And I think I told you that story time of one when I was working in a funeral home, and this guy who's like a millionaire, he took me on a date or whatever, whatever. We met at a funeral that I was working, and eventually I went to his house and I saw a picture of his ex, looked just like me, and he even said it. She looks just like you, don't she? Yes, yes, she do. Can I have her old bank card? Can I have her old checking account? Yeah, where's her old car at? Shoot. Um, and then a couple of other times after that too. It's like sometimes a lot of men who have money and who can't have the woman that they want, they go and try to find lookalikes or replacements. And it's weird because the same reason that they think you want them for their money, you already look good, so that's not a question. But do they like you because you look like their ex? You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna get them dollars though. I don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, "Get that hater out of here. Stop being a gold digger. Stop being a dusty. Sprinkle, sprinkle." Shoot, I'll stop when you stop. All right. Stop being broke. Stop being a dust. Stop being a pygmy, whatever you are. Stop being who you are. And when you stop being who you are, I'll stop being who I am. Okay? Deal? Stop clocking in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Quit your job. Stop working. Stop paying 50% of them bills in that house that you live with that man in. Stop doing that then. I don't go in your house telling you to stop being who you are. Don't come over here. Okay? Stop paying on dates. Ma'am, is you a ma'am or a sir? Because I can't tell these days. You could, I don't know. Okay. Uh-oh, Tosh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Stop being nosy. Stop Stop hating. Stop being ugly. I mean, what we gonna do? I'm gonna be who I am. You be who you are. And we gonna be sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. All right. Unapologetically. Y'all need to have multiple options. If you can't act right, you have five others to act right. Okay. Get it together. I'm turning down the lights. I'm sorry, it's the quality of the film going. It's a little warm. Uh, is there two pygmies, girl? They travel in packs, you know. They got that 2 for 1 coupon, Groupon. You said being called a gold digger is a compliment over here. It sure is. Okay. What about those pronouns? A woman referring to herself as they or whatever. They got several types of bills. Shoot. You got multiple personalities, you got multiple bills. You need extra money, baby. Use all the pronouns you need to get all the money you need, okay? Them. We got combined bills. Come on. We got two different checking accounts for that person and me. So together we them and make two deposits. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you them, then you need two Instagrams or three or four. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why it don't make sense. How you gonna pick your pronoun on Instagram and say them and you only got one Instagram? If it say them and you only got one Instagram, you lying. Okay. All right. And if you were them, you'd have two names, maybe three. Okay. Go for the writer, tons of windows. Oh, winter, tons of windows. Oh, go for the winter, tons of widows. Where you going? You're in the wrong part. You're in the wrong parts or not giving the right energy for the right looks. Okay, y'all talking to you. Giving tips, that's good. I see that. Okay, so yeah, we don't listen to Dusties or Pygmies, y'all. Y'all, why? You know why they in here? Because they can't afford to go out on a date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is they date. They meet up in the chat because it's free. So, I don't like, I could never imagine considering to change who I am and my own beliefs and things like that for someone who can't even meet the standards that I have created for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, um, a lot of people don't realize that that's what they're doing, especially on social media, and they're allowing their self esteem to go low because some dusty told them they would never date them, knowing that they can't even afford to date them. Um, and y'all allow that, and that's why I'm here to tell y'all what y'all doing. Okay, now that's like letting somebody blind drive you around, and you wondering why you always flinching and feel uneasy. Okay, that is the equivalent to that. Y'all got a blind chauffeur. No. And the only reason they driving is so Uber or Lyft don't get sued for discrimination. Okay, and you fell for the okie doke. All right. Men want a cheap girl to save up and cheat with an expensive girl. Exactly. You know, y'all already know the game. I don't know why y'all don't believe it. Mm, okay. Some guy followed you around Marshalls the other day with his girlfriend in the other aisle. You're Marshalls? I'm like, no, sir, not in Marshalls. Neiman's, Saks, but we in Marshalls. What you gonna buy? This discounted shirt? Um, the same thing happened to me in Saks. Okay, that's you got to get to that level. Okay, I'm not bragging and I'm not diminishing your level up, but it could also happen in a different store if you just went. Okay, you can go to Marshalls after you go to Saks, girl. Just you don't want to get those numbers at Marshalls. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you said it happens everywhere, but at least let it happen somewhere else. Like, I'm glad you did not make contact. Good for you. I tear Marshalls up too, but I ain't finna be impressed. Some dude follow me around up in there. Like, no. I'm thinking he's a secret shopper. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's a secret shopper. That's all I'm thinking. That's it. You a secret shopper because you can't be nothing else. All right. How you doing? What's your thoughts on men asking permission to cheat from their wife? That's the same time they asking is the same time they giving you permission. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ashley, sprinkle, sprinkle. Let them ask. That's all you doing. Preparing yourself too, girl. Let them ask and see what happens. You might get something before he do. All right. Wineries are good places to meet drunks. Girl, that's funny. Okay. You was on a date today and this man walks up to flirt with you in front of your date. Girl, don't you love that? Bold. I remember those days. That's the highest form of compliment, darling. One of the highest forms. Congratulations. Or they was drunk or high and they didn't see the other dude. I don't know. Okay. You know what you are me. I grew up around the night. Okay, I'm talking to you. Does it mean if a man asks permission to cheat then we can say, okay, you can cheat, but I need a house and a car for me. If you ain't got no house or a car and a man is asking to cheat, then something wrong with you already. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless you're trying to upgrade it. But you can do that and cheat too. You could do all of the above. Because they asking you to for the permission. That means you the authority. So do what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. You asking me for permission. I'm the authority, so therefore I'm do whatever I want. There you go. There. So it makes sense if you say it out loud. There you go. Eh, you're gonna go have a married friend who lives there so you can stay here? Okay. I don't know what y'all talking about, but sprinkle sprinkle. You say you sad because feminine women want a leader, but there are lost men who lead lost women. So women have to lead ourselves with defining our values first. Oh, I don't think people need leaders. I think they just need to be who they are and have their own standards. And if whoever can't meet them, then move on, baby. Honestly, lead yourself. Lead yourself to the life you want by having the standards that you want. We don't need a leader. We don't need to follow somebody. We just need to get the information, apply it to our own lives, and do what we got to do. That's it. We don't need no leader. We have individual needs and wants and standards. We lead ourselves into the lives that we want. That's it. And I know everybody looking for a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it. Let me guide you to the purple rain. That's where you reign and do what you want. All right, sparkle, sparkle. Um, no copyright. Mm. I said, what did you and James talk about on the first date? His car, how much money he made, where he was gonna take me, and if I was gonna go. Cause y'all know I don't play. I could care less. Okay. I wouldn't finna waste no time talking to somebody with no three-tone car. Who was waiting on that check to clear. Okay. So I had to find out quick before I waste my breath. There you go. Um, but I was very young, so I did not care. Did I use the baby voice? No, I didn't. I just used my real voice. Remember, I wasn't trying to get them. They was trying to get me. So I didn't really have to do anything. Mm-hmm. What to reply back when an ugly person calls you ugly? Mm, if an ugly person called me ugly, then I would call them blind because obviously they don't know what I look like or what they look like if they walk around looking like that. So go get your eyes checked, visit the optometrist because you coming out the house looking like that. I know you blind because I know I look good, baby. Bye, sprinkle, sprinkle. That would be my response, darling. Better go get the cataracts lasered off. All right. Better go get that eye surgery or visual optometrist because I know you lying. That's the only reason you come out the house looking like you look because I know that's not normal. So yes, if you ugly, you call me ugly, I know one of us is blind and it ain't me. Okay. Recommend any tea? Munty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Munty. Go my cash app. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um. mhm. Let me see. I should try stand up comedy. Girl, I'm sitting down. Phew. Office chair comedy. Desktop comedy. A great turnoff for me is if a man can't put together furniture. I think it's a mess in the world. Girl, I know, right? Would I ever do impersonation? Would I ever do impersonation natives in person impersonations? Is that what you tried to write? Okay. You was would you ever do an in-person interview? With who? They'd have to be someone that I respect greatly, who I actually want to meet, and who I really like. That would be it. That would be the only way. Mhm. Not with just no random people anymore. Y'all got it like I gotta have a picture of you on my wall or something for that to happen, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I drink wine? I drink water, tea, sparkling water, sometimes liquor. I drink. Uh, well, I had a vegan milkshake the other day. It was pretty good. A lot. I drink a lot of stuff, child. There's. Can you just act spoiled instead of crying and making him help you? Of course, whatever works for you. I have whole videos on that. Act spoiled and get spoiled. Okay. It's like there's no right way or wrong way. You have to feel out the situation. Depend on who he is, how much he like you, and what you can get away with. Okay. How do you build self-love? Get too attached. You get too attached. Attached to yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think I'm a little bit attached to myself too. Like, you ever spend a lot of time alone or doing something that you really like, and then you kind of get frustrated when you have to go hang around other people, or gotta go meet somebody, or gotta make time to do stuff with other people? It's like, dang, I was really getting into what I was doing, or I was really getting into spending time alone. That's how get into your get into who you are, and you're gonna miss it if you're not able to do so. And that way, you don't get attached. Did you? Get our vegan milkshake. I showed in. They got a vegan fast food restaurant here now. I went through the drive-through. It came out to $50. Y'all know it's expensive to be vegan. That's the only bad thing about it. It's like go through the drive-through, your order be $50 at the vegan drive-through. Well, y'all know I got kids too, but it's not gonna be under no 20. Okay. Like you really can't date a vegan if you broke, okay? This stuff is expensive. If you're vegan, every grocery store you shop at is gonna equal the same or more as you if you shopped at Whole Foods. Okay. What? You said you gave him your panties, like I said to do in one of your videos, and he went crazy. Girl, I told you that worked. Do I think my daughters listen to my live? They listen to me enough. They don't. They're not clicking on this. I try to play it. They're like, "Mom, turn it off. We're watching anime." Mhm. They already know all this. They know how I think. Um, Wealthy men go for women with lots of plastic surgery. What? That's because they ain't gonna be asked to get none. Oh, you already got everything done? Shit, shit. I ain't got to pay for nothing. Come on. Somebody already paid for it. Let's go. I get the finished results. Um, like, dang, I ain't got to pay for no type of upgrade. I'm good, baby. Yes. Sure. Do I like the story of Romeo and Juliet? Um, I don't think I like it because it's lying. They fake their deaths. All right. Is getting a master's that cost you $30,000 worth it? No, because you could start a business and be getting paid the same week. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What about a man who pays the bills and don't get a Christmas birthday present? Oh, and they didn't get you a Christmas or birthday present? Well, get yourself one with their credit cards. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They forgot. As long as they remember to pay them bills. Sign on their Amazon account or order what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, they would hear about it. They would hear about it. They would hear about it. And they would until they did something about it. See, what do you do when your man is bad at starting conversation? Talk to somebody else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My mom wants me to get into computer science, but I want to be a hairstylist and painter. Okay. Well, you can take that stuff in school and you can take the hairstylist thing in high school, can't you? You can take all them things in high school for free. Go ahead and get your stuff in high school. I thought wealthy men like women with surgery. I guess they do like natural looking. I don't know. They like whatever they like. They're not one person. They have different tastes. Okay. You say you would dump a man who didn't give you no gifts. Okay. I'm reading one more question. Make it a good one. Somebody saying the panty trick. Yeah, y'all tell them what it is in the comments because y'all gotta watch my old videos. I say it like a million times. When you're out on a date with someone, you want them to be all crazy for you. And make sure you're all elegant and dressed nice and stuff like that. He's really into you. If he's trying to pressure you for something and you ain't trying to give it up yet, and you know he paying them bills and you trying to hold him off a little bit longer, you give him something to look forward to. So he don't you go in the restroom, and you come back, you have them in your purse, and you slip him them under the table in his hand. And then he's gonna go like this to look at him. Then he has to hurry up and put it in his pocket. But at the same time, he's gonna be intrigued. And y'all sitting at the dinner table, and the waiters are coming over. Can I get y'all anything to drink? And he's sitting there with your drawers in his pocket, and he's like, "Oh." So when you ask for that money at the end of the night, the answer is gonna be yes, ma'am. Okay. Don't wear no granny panties though. Okay, so it's perfect. Um, in fact, you don't even have to take off your real underwear. Just carry some extra backup pair in your purse or spray it with some perfume or something. Then just give it to him. He ain't gonna know no better. You said that's trashy, but you gonna get your money. When you start to tell them the story about how your storage unit is 3 months behind and you have to move all that stuff out because your grandma left it to you. You didn't know where to put it anywhere. You just don't want to get rid of all her memories. And blah, 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 whatever other expenses you got at the end of the night, you're going to have in your, either in your hand or in your account. Y'all going to make a trip to the ATM, something. It's trashy, but you're going to get your money. And if you do it in a classy way, it's not trashy at all. It's kind of mysterious and intriguing, especially if they're black, lace, or red. Who knows? All right. Don't make it like you broke and can't afford your storage. You just say it's for your grandma stuff who passed away and you keeping it because it's antique. Don't make it sound like you broke. Make it sound like you're doing something good. Y'all gotta come up with better game. Come on. It's fun how you make James do what you want. It's funny. I know. He liked it though. Do Why do people think men are visual, women are more? We love pretty things. Yeah. Well, pretty is art. Like women are valued by their beauty. So in this society anyway. So it's a status symbol to men. It's not. They don't just love that. They see it as a status symbol for the most part. I have something in my eye. Sorry. One cannot both feast and become rich. But you can eat if somebody else paying for it though. Sprinkle, sprinkle. SheRaSeven. One can feast if someone else is paying for it and get rich. I'm gonna take all them quotes and I'm gonna turn them into SheRaSevenisms. Y'all gonna be mad because I'm gonna tear them up too. I'm gonna go funny too. One can get rich and feast if someone else is paying. Who said you can't feast and get rich? Girl, somebody was broke. Just because a quote is old, don't mean it's true. Okay, Somebody said you can buy your own chicken nuggets. Who, who said, well, there would be vegan chicken nuggets and they would cost more than regular nuggets. Some of these vegan chicken nuggets cost more than some people steak dinner. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You agree with you being the fine one in the relationship? Okay. You don't like air sign? Okay. You're considering choosing someone for marriage in the next several years? We shall see. Okay. Good luck. Thoughts about dating overseas? If you don't live in my city and you ain't got no money, I'm not thinking about none of that. You know, if we don't live close to each other, we could be friends, we can wave, say hi. You could send me some cash apps, whatever, some PayPals. That's how far as that's going. Okay. The handsome ones are too busy being dogs instead of getting money. No. Everyone gets old and ugly. Why would you care about looks? Okay. 65-year-olds still follow 19-year-olds on OF thoughts. They not under 18. They legal. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Vegan or not, it's the same, just food. We are all gonna eat. Don't worry, girls. Okay. I don't know why y'all keep asking me about these ages. Like, it's a 65-year-old dude. He got money. It's a legal age girl. She want money. You go to the strip club, you're gonna find 18-year-olds or and you're gonna find 65-year-olds. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. This is the world we live in. Okay. How do you tell a guy you're going on a date with you're vegan? They got so many vegans options these days, you don't even have to tell them no more, child. Or you can just say, I'm eating vegan today. Some people be eating vegan, ain't even vegan. Be taking up all the good vegan food at the grocery store just because they want to try and see how it tastes. Go get your other food and leave our vegan stuff alone because it'll be selling out quick. Oh, I'm eating vegan today. Okay. You say you're eating vegan today. That means you might not be vegan every day. But and he might not know you tomorrow if he's boring or you don't like him, so it doesn't matter. At least he won't cancel out. Oh, I can't be with no vegan. Hmm. You say he called me silly, but he meant it as if to call me stupid. I said, well, you with me. Would that make you? All right. If I'm stupid and you with me, what does that make you? Rich men like disciplined women, so being vegan isn't a complete turn off. Okay. So rich men marry women that are shape. Okay. Everybody has a shape. Oh, in shape. Okay. And in shape married rich men who out of shape. So either way, somebody gonna be fat in the relationship, or somebody gonna get fat later on. But them checks are still coming in. That direct deposit still going through. Okay. Just wait. Think they get older, they start looking crazy. Then they feel bad. And then the woman end up looking better than the man in the end. Okay. That's not true. I see a lot of men with money with basic looking women and basic looking. Okay. I gotta go in a second, but yeah, don't think that people only want one thing. You can get lots of things at looking any type of way. It's just, is your game good? Do you look good? Do you have confidence in yourself? When I used to go to the gym, I would see women in there trying to work off a tic tac on that a stairmaster and that treadmill, trying to work off a tic tac because you can tell that the husbands like them skinny. We live in the rich area. And I was like, man, she working hard to work off that tic tac. And I'm glad I ain't got to go through all that. So I was like, okay, well, if she gotta work off if she gotta do all that to work off a tic tac to keep her husband's attention, and all the Instagram all gotta do is go online, suck in, put on a waist trainer and some lashes and get her husband money. I mean, somebody doing something wrong. Okay. Somebody doing something wrong. And I'm like, people killing themselves to work off a tic tac and people getting paid on Instagram who wear waist cinchers by the same man who she trying to work off that tic tac for. It's a mystery, but truth is stranger than fiction. Okay. That's all I can tell you. Um, it's funny because it's true. All right. Am I guilty of that? Maybe. Does does James get upset when you don't spend time with him and he gets home? My ex is so clingy. First man live with ever again. When you've been married for almost 20 years, you don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He'll see me when I walk through. If he's rich and he wants you to be his type first, or he don't want you, what? Okay, be his type first. Okay, then you you don't know with wigs and different outfits and makeup. You can be anybody type. Sparkle, sparkle. How how do you unlove someone? Um, I don't think you can unlove anybody. They just have to. Their love just has to dwindle. You know what I'm saying? It's like It's like when someone dies, it just you still have love for someone, but it lessens over time and it just becomes memory. But you still feel like a love for them, you know. Or if they're not dead and you don't like them, then the memory just fades. That's it. We have to keep ourselves in check just in case. But the best way to combat that is to do other stuff and make new memories. Okay. We have to keep ourselves in check just in case. Okay. Shoot. So when I next time I go to the gym, I'm gonna stay on there long enough to work off a tic tac, and then I'm going home. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You see how my philosophy is genius and flawed at the same time. Do you ever have days where you don't mesh well, no matter what a conversationalist you are? Yeah, because y'all may not be interested in the same stuff, or you know, there's no chemistry. Maybe. Every man will choose the woman that they want. It's not even worth us trying hard. Exactly. The grieving process hurts so bad. Okay. Unalive them in your mind. Okay. Go might go to college. Okay, you trying to go to college somewhere? Dang, you must be young, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, I'm gonna go now. But thank you everybody who donated. My book that I was holding up the whole time is actually at the very top of the comments. So y'all can just click there and go get my book if y'all don't have it. And remember, no taking advice from men who can't afford to take you. And when they ask you the silly old age question, what you bring to the table, break out this book. I'll see y'all on the next one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Night, y'all.